My name is E, and I am a member of Anonymous. On November 6 at 5:35 a.m., the Associated Press announced that Donald Trump had won the presidency. It was at this time the whole world went to social media to express their feelings. Some were happy, but a lot of people, including myself, had expressed their disappointment. And while I personally can understand the statistics as to why Donald Trump won, what I can't come to accept is how people could support this man when he is a sexually abusive bigot. Yes, during this election, Donald Trump had a much more successful campaign than Kamala Harris. I don't want to admit that, but it is the leading factor as to why he gained the popular vote, and between the facts that he was able to gain the support from the billionaires like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos wanting to stay on his good side because of his plans of raising tariffs, the support from the lower income housing market still holding animosity towards Joe Biden for raising the prices which affected Kamala in her campaign, the support of a demographic of men that are fans of Joe Rogan and Logan Paul's podcasts were able to be manipulated and persuaded by Donald Trump's charisma, and the support of the Muslim community misunderstanding his promise to end the war in 24 hours once he becomes president are the only reasons he won, and that's not including the votes he got from the average person who is a racist, sexist, and hates people of the LGBT community. Donald Trump is a narcissistic piece of shit who only cares about running this country as if it's a business, getting power, money, control, and the only motivation he had to winning this election was to gain constitutional pardon and dissolve himself from the ongoing criminal and civil cases against him. Donald Trump does not care about anyone besides himself, and because of that, Ukraine will most likely be overthrown by Russia. The war between Palestine and Israel will end only after a genocidal wipeout of innocent lives. Women and people of the LGBT community will no longer have access to basic human health care because of idiotic conservative views. There will be a massive deportation of both legal and illegal immigrants all across the United States. And because of Donald Trump's tariff plan, you, the consumer, will be forced to pay more for your average necessities that are imported from other countries, which will increase over time, aka the continuation of inflation with no positive resolution, and the market for lower income housing will continue to struggle even more than they already are. We as a society are completely fucked because the mass majority voted for someone who's not fit to lead our country, and the system is run by rich, corrupted individuals that only care for themselves. All that being said, it does not matter what your political stance in this situation is. You can be Republican or you can be Democrat, but the one thing we can all agree on is the safety and well-being of human life. Every single one of us has someone who we love and are in our lives that is affected by Donald Trump leading our country. Our mothers, sisters, grandmothers, aunts, nieces, friends, co-workers, neighbors. They're affected in one way or another, and for you to even think for a second those people's lives do not matter because of their gender, race, or sexual preference absolutely grinds my fucking gears. Who are you to say your life is worth or more important than others? If you truly believe this, you are nothing more than a disgusting garbage individual whose opinions and views are invalid to those of us with a consciousness. To the people who are upset and scared, know this: you are not alone. There are people in this world that do care about you and love you very much. Despite the outcome of this election, your life does matter, and I understand these might just sound like words to you and may hold very little meaning in the moment. but there are people who are feeling the same amount of anger and frustration that you are feeling right now, and you are not alone. Violence will not solve anything, but that does not mean you should be silent either. Justice and karma will always come to those that believe they can get away with committing inhumane and illegal acts on the innocent. Anonymous sees you, and we hear you. Our community will continue fighting against a man that believes it's okay to sexually abuse a woman and then strip her of her rights to have an abortion by making her a criminal. We will continue fighting against a man that believes people who are born loving the same gender or wishing to transition has no rights and should be treated inferior as if their life holds no meaning. We will continue fighting against a man that believes war and corruption is the only way to solve conflict. We will continue fighting against a man that believes the value of people that are different races other than white hold limited worth. Lastly, we will continue fighting against a man that believes your life holds no value if you disagree with his ideology. I personally will not stop fighting for your rights, and I will continue being here to not only share my support, but also expose every single fucking asshole that believes they can get away with taking advantage of those who may not have the voice to speak out for themselves, because no matter how lonely you may feel, I am here for you, and my community is also here for you, because we are anonymous. We are legion. We fight corruption. We fight the truth. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. Oh yeah. And fuck you, Donald Trump. If you are watching this, and you have been affected deeply by this election, as so many people have been, and you need someone to talk to, my email will be listed on the screen, and in the description are the links to my social media, where you can also feel free to DM me. I am always available to talk, and I always respond to the comments left in my videos. So there are multiple options if you're ever feeling alone and need someone to vent to. As always, my name is E, and I will see you in the next video.